traveled to Sri Lanka and captured all the videos and photos you're watching here entirely on the OPPO Reno15 series. Everything has been shot in real-world conditions without controlled lighting, reshoots or second takes. This gives a much more authentic idea of how the phone performs outside a studio environment. So this is the OPPO Reno15 series, the Reno15 Pro Mini and the Reno15. And after spending real time shooting, editing and actually living with these phones, I want to talk about them from a very practical point of view. Because when you look at most smartphones today, they promise a lot, but very few actually change how you shoot, edit and organize content on a daily basis. And that's where the OPPO Reno15 series feels genuinely different. It's designed for people who rely on their phone not just to capture moments, but to keep up with how fast life really moves. The OPPO Reno15 series also comes in a wide range of color options. The OPPO Reno15 is available in Glacier White, Twilight Blue and Aurora Blue. The OPPO Reno15 Pro comes in Sunset Gold and Cocoa Brown, and the OPPO Reno15 Pro Mini is available in Cocoa Brown, Glacier White and Crystal Pink, giving you plenty of choice across the lineup to match your personal style.
Everything you're watching here has been captured entirely on the OPPO Reno15 series, without control lighting, reshoots or second takes, which gives you a far better idea of how this phone performs in real-world conditions rather than in a studio environment. Travel photography is unpredictable by nature because lighting changes constantly, subjects don't wait, and you rarely get the luxury of setting up a perfect shot. And that's exactly the kind of environment the OPPO Reno15 series is built for. At the center of the experience is a 200 megapixel ultra clear main camera with optical image stabilization, which allows you to capture extremely detailed images while still keeping things simple. Because you don't have to think about resolution, cropping or sharpness while shooting, knowing that you can reframe or zoom later without the image falling apart. This becomes especially noticeable when shooting wide landscapes like beaches or city skylines, where textures, shadows and fine details remain intact, and even architectural shots with strong lines and complex patterns retain depth without looking overly processed. When it comes to people, the Reno15 series takes a more natural approach, and that's largely thanks to the 50 megapixel telephoto portrait camera with 3.5x optical zoom, which lets you step back slightly, maintain perspective and still get flattering portraits that feel cinematic rather than artificially blurred. The advantage here is consistency, because whether you are shooting close-ups or portraits from a distance, the subject separation stays clean, skin tones remain realistic and the background compression adds depth without overpowering the image. For wider scenes, the 50 megapixel ultra-wide camera does a good job of capturing scale without introducing heavy distortion, which is particularly useful for city streets, interiors, and travel shots where space is limited but context matters. The front-facing 50 megapixel ultra-wide selfie camera follows the same philosophy, keeping faces natural even when shooting group selfies, and avoiding the exaggerated stretching that often ruins wide-angle selfies on other phones. All of this is tied together by OPPO's Pure Tone technology, which focuses on maintaining accurate skin tones and realistic colors, so images don't look oversaturated or artificial, especially when shooting people under mixed or challenging lighting conditions. AI Portrait Glow is one of those features that sounds simple on paper but becomes genuinely useful once you understand how it works in different environments. Indoors, where lighting is often uneven or flat, AI Portrait Glow gently lifts facial highlights while preserving natural skin texture, which means faces look well lit without appearing smoothened or overprocessed. Outdoors, especially in harsh sunlight or backlit situations, the same feature intelligently balances exposure between the subject and the background, preventing faces from looking underexposed while still keeping the sky, surroundings and colors intact. The important thing here is that this happens automatically, without forcing you to adjust sliders or dive into manual controls, making it practical for both casual users and creators who want reliable results quickly. Popout is designed as a creative tool rather than a default effect, and it works best when you use it with intention. The process is straightforward. You select a motion photo, choose the subject you want to highlight, and the phone intelligently separates that subject from the background, allowing it to stay in motion while the rest of the frame freezes, creating a layered cinematic effect. This works particularly well for street scenes, moving vehicles, or moments where motion adds emotion. And while it's not something you'd use on every shot, it's a powerful option when you want a visual that stands out from the standard photos or videos. For video creators, consistency across lenses matters a lot. And the OPPO Reno15 series addresses this by offering 4K recording at 60 frames per second with HDR across all cameras, which means you can switch between lenses mid-shot without noticeable drop in quality or color accuracy. The dual view video feature adds another layer of flexibility, allowing you to record both the scene in front of you and your reaction at the same time, which is particularly useful for travel vlogs, reaction-based content, or quick storytelling without additional equipment. Capturing content is only half the process, and OPPO has clearly invested in making editing faster and more intuitive directly on the phone. Features like AI Recompose help fix framing issues after the shot is taken. AI Eraser removes distractions without complex masking. More advanced tools like AI Clarity Enhancer, AI Unblur, and AI Reflection Remover are especially useful for travel and everyday photography, where conditions are really ideal and reshooting isn't always an option. Now, let's talk about the ColorOS 16, because this is one of those things you don't notice immediately, but you definitely feel over time. Most people don't think about their phone's operating system until something slows down, glitches, or gets in the way. ColorOS 16 feels designed specifically to avoid that moment. From the first unlock in the morning to late night scrolling or gaming, everything feels calm, smooth, and predictable. Apps open quickly, transitions feel fluid, not flashy, just reliable. You stay in flow whether you are replying to messages, editing photos, or jumping between tasks. A lot of this smoothness comes from the way animations behave. On ColorOS 16, animations start exactly from where you touch the screen and settle back naturally when you close an app. Behind the scenes, this is powered by two key technologies, the Luminous Rendering Engine and the Trinity Engine. You don't need to understand the tech to feel the difference. Animations stay smooth even when multiple things are happening at once. And performance doesn't dip when your day gets heavier with multitasking, gaming, or long usage sessions. One of the most practical features on ColorOS 16 is AI Mindspace. And this is something that quietly changes how you organize your day. A lot of what we save on our phones is temporary. Screenshots, links, confirmations, quick notes. Normally, these end up scattered across apps, and finding them later becomes a mess. With AI Mindspace, you can save anything you are looking at with a simple 3-finger swipe. Instead of forcing you to organize everything manually, it groups related content together automatically, making it much easier to come back to later. This is especially useful when you are planning something, like a trip or a weekend plan. You can save locations, bookings, messages, and notes in one place, pull them up quickly when needed, and move forward without digging through your gallery or chats. As the day gets busier, ColorOS 16 helps you to stay focused with tools like AI Super Toolbox, letting you to extract text, summarize content, or take quick actions without constantly switching apps. Google Gemini fits in quietly, offering help when you need it without feeling intrusive. What really stands out is how smoothly the software supports the camera. Opening the camera, switching modes, reviewing shots, and editing all feel fast and responsive, which matters when you are capturing moments that won't repeat. AI Link Boost 3.0 keeps connectivity stable in crowded or weak network conditions. OPPO has focused on long-term reliability, backing ColorOS 16 with 6-year fluency protection, 5 major ColorOS updates, and 6 years of security updates. Powering the Reno 15 Pro is the MediaTek Dimensity 8450, an all-big core chipset built on a 4nm process, which focuses on delivering strong real-world performance while maintaining better power efficiency. In everyday use, this translates to smooth multitasking, stable gaming, and consistent performance, with AI HyperBoost 2.0 managing frame rates, temperatures, and power consumption dynamically. The large 6500 mAh battery supports long usage sessions, while 80-watt Super VOOC fast charging ensures you're never tied to a charger for too long, which is especially important when you're traveling or creating content on the go. The 6.78-inch AMOLED display offers a combination of high brightness, smooth scrolling, and accurate colors, making it well suited for content consumption as well as on-device editing. In terms of design, the Reno 15 Glacier White stands out thanks to the 3D patterned back created using OPPO's HoloFusion technology, which reacts to light in a way that adds depth and character without being flashy. It's also worth noting that the OPPO Reno15 Pro Mini introduces the Reno series' first compact form factor, offering a more comfortable one-handed experience while retaining the core performance and camera features of the larger models. In the broader smartphone market, rising storage and component costs are expected to push prices higher across categories, which makes long-term value and usability more important than ever. Against that backdrop, the OPPO Reno15 series focuses on delivering reliable hardware, practical AI features, and a refined software experience that continues to add value over time rather than relying on short-term gimmicks. And that's all about the OPPO Reno15 series. You can check out the offers on the screens, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care.